The betrayal happened on a day that was supposed to be ordinary. Adam woke before sunrise, his mind already busy with plans. The project he had worked on for years was finally close to approval. It was not just work to him, it was proof that the long nights, missed gatherings, and quiet sacrifices had meant something. He trusted Daniel with every detail. Daniel had been there from the beginning, listening, advising, nodding with calm confidence. Adam believed trust, once given, stayed. Solid. That belief cracked before noon. Adam arrived at the office early, coffee cooling in his hand, when he noticed a strange tension in the air. People avoided his eyes. Conversations stopped when he walked by. At first, he thought it was stress, the kind that came before big decisions. Then he saw Daniel stepping out of the conference room, smiling, shaking hands with senior management. The smile was wrong. Too relaxed, too final. Adam felt a tight pull in his chest. He followed, calling Daniel's name. Daniel turned slowly, surprise flashing for just a second before it vanished. That second told Adam everything. They stood facing each other, the hallway quiet, lights humming overhead. Daniel spoke first, his voice steady, almost gentle. He said there had been changes. He said decisions were made. He said it was nothing personal, nothing personal. Adam pushed past him into the conference room. The screen was still on. His ideas were there, displayed clearly, but his name was gone. Daniel's name sat neatly at the top. Adam felt heat rush to his face. His hands shook as he stared, trying to understand how something so carefully built could be taken so easily. Daniel followed him in and closed the door. He spoke quickly, explaining how things worked, how timing mattered, how Adam had been too slow, too careful. He said the opportunity would have been wasted otherwise. He said anyone in his position would have done the same. Adam listened, barely. Breathing, each word landed hard. It was not just the theft of work. It was the calm way Daniel spoke, as if betrayal was a small step, not a line crossed. Adam searched Daniel's face for regret and found none. What he saw instead was relief. Daniel believed he had won fairly. Adam remembered nights spent talking about dreams, about building something honest. He remembered trusting Daniel when doubts crept in. Those memories now felt sharp, like broken glass. He left the room without another word. Outside, the world moved on as if nothing had changed. Phones rang, people laughed. Adam walked past it all, his thoughts racing faster. Then his steps. He replayed every moment, every shared plan, every quiet promise. The signs had been there, maybe. Or maybe trust had blinded him. By the time he reached his car, anger had settled deep in his chest. It was not loud yet. It was heavy, slow, patient. He sat in silence, gripping the steering wheel, feeling something new take shape inside him. This was not just pain. This was the beginning of something darker. At home, the walls felt closer. Adam paced the room, mind moving fast, replaying Daniel's words again and again. Anyone would have done the same. The sentence echoed like a challenge. Adam wondered when ambition had become an excuse for cruelty. He wondered how someone could justify betrayal so easily. That night, sleep refused to come. Adam lay awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking about the future that had been taken from him. He imagined Daniel celebrating, enjoying success built on stolen effort. The thought made his jaw tighten. Anger grew sharper, more focused. This was not over. The next morning, Adam returned to work, quieter, more observant. He watched Daniel closely now. He noticed how confidently Daniel spoke, how easily others believed him. Daniel was not reckless. He was careful, strategic. That made the betrayal worse. It meant it had been planned. Adam felt something harden inside him. He smiled when required. He nodded when spoken to. Inside, his thoughts raced. He was no longer just hurt. He was awake. The trust was gone, replaced by a clear, burning question. What would it take to make things right? The answer did not come yet, but the desire did. As the day ended, Adam realized this betrayal was not just a moment. It was a turning point. The life he had known was gone, replaced by one shaped by loss, anger, and a growing need for justice. Whether that justice would heal him or destroy him was still unclear. But one thing was certain. The debt between them had been created, and it would not be forgotten. Adam did not rush his next move. He learned to move quietly, like someone walking through a room filled with sleeping people. Each morning he arrived early, each evening he left late, not to impress anyone, but to watch. Oh, Daniel's world unfolded. In patterns, meetings followed habits. Emails followed rhythms. Success had made Daniel careless in small ways, confident that nothing could touch him. Adam noticed everything. He kept his face calm, his voice steady, while inside his thoughts ran fast and sharp. Anger became fuel. It pushed Adam through long hours without rest. But it also brought questions he did not expect. Late at night, alone with his thoughts, he wondered what revenge would actually give him. He imagined Daniel exposed, his image cracked in front of everyone who admired him. The image felt good for a moment, then hollow. Adam hated that feeling. He wanted certainty, not doubt. Still, the pull toward payback grew stronger each day. Daniel, meanwhile, lived as if the past no longer existed. He spoke about fairness, about earning one's place, about bold choices. When people praised him, he accepted it easily. In private conversations, he justified everything. He told himself Adam would have failed anyway. He believed he had only taken what Adam could not protect. In his mind, the world rewarded those who acted, not those who waited. That belief let him sleep at night. Adam saw the cracks beneath Daniel's calm. Small flashes of fear appeared when questions went too deep. Daniel avoided certain topics, certain names. He laughed a bit too loudly sometimes. Adam realized Daniel was not free. Success had chained him to the lie he told himself. That knowledge gave Adam a strange sense of control. The planning began slowly. Adam gathered facts, not rumors. Saved copies, tracked changes, followed trails Daniel assumed were gone. Each discovery brought satisfaction and a fresh wave of tension. With every step forward, Adam felt himself crossing lines inside his own mind. He was becoming someone who waited for the right moment to strike. The thought both thrilled and frightened him. Some nights, Adam remembered who he used to be. He remembered believing in fairness without proof, in loyalty without conditions. Those memories felt distant, like scenes from another life. He wondered if revenge would finally close the door on that version of himself. He wondered if that mattered anymore. The closer Adam came to acting, the louder his thoughts became. He argued with himself in silence. One voice demanded justice, clear and public. Another warned him of the cost. He imagined standing alone afterward, having won and still feeling empty. The fear of regret pressed against his chest, but the fear of doing nothing pressed harder. Daniel sensed a shift, but could not name it. He noticed Adam's quiet focus, the way his eyes lingered just a second too long. It made Daniel uneasy. He dismissed the feeling, telling himself Adam was defeated, harmless. Still, he checked his steps more carefully, locked his files tighter, watched his words. The past he thought he had buried began to breathe again. Adam watched this fear grow. It confirmed everything. He realized revenge did not always need action to cause pain. The waiting itself was a weapon, but waiting also wore him down. Holding anger for too long began to change his thoughts, his sleep, his sense of self. He was winning a battle inside his head and losing something else at the same time. One evening, Adam sat alone. Evidence spread across the table. The truth was clear, clean, undeniable. All he had to do was release it. The plan was ready. His heart beat fast, not with doubt now, but with the weight of the choice ahead. He understood that once he crossed this line, there would be no return to silence. He thought of Daniel, of the man who believed he was right. He thought of himself, of the person he was becoming. Revenge promised balance, but it also promised change. Adam realized the fight was no longer just with Daniel. It was with himself. The desire for payback had shown him how thin the line was between justice and damage. The night stretched on, quiet and heavy. Adam knew the next step would define, more than the outcome. It would define who he would be when the dust settled. And as the clock moved forward, the question burned brighter than the anger ever had. The moment arrived without drama, no loud warning, no sudden sound. Adam sat alone in a quiet room as the city lights flickered outside the window. His phone rested on the table. One message, one action, that was all it would take. The evidence was ready, clean, and clear. It could end Daniel's rise in minutes. Adam's hands were steady, but his chest felt tight, as if something heavy pressed from the inside. He closed his eyes and breathed slowly. This was what he had worked toward. Every long night, every careful step, every silent observation had led here. He had imagined this moment many times. In those thoughts, the outcome was simple. He would act. Daniel would fall. Balance would be restored. But now that the moment was real, the simplicity vanished. Adam thought about the first day he trusted Daniel. He remembered the shared jokes, the plans spoken with excitement, the belief that teamwork meant safety. Those memories did not soften his anger, but they sharpened his awareness. This was not just revenge against an enemy. It was a final break from a past that could never return. Across the city, Daniel stood in his office staring at his reflection. In the dark glass, success surrounded him, yet his thoughts would not settle. For days, a quiet fear had followed him. He sensed something waiting just beyond his vision. He told himself it was nothing. Still, his confidence felt thinner than before. He checked his phone often, expecting bad news without knowing why. Adam opened his eyes and picked up the phone. His finger hovered above the screen. His mind raced. Faster now, not with anger, but with clarity. He saw the future split into two paths. In one, he pressed send and watched the damage spread. The truth would come out. Daniel would face the world. Adam would feel a sharp moment of victory. Then, silence. In the other path, Adam walked away with the truth still in his hands, unseen by anyone else. That path felt quieter, uncertain, but lighter. The weight of the choice pressed hard. Adam realized something then. Revenge had already changed him. It had taught him patience, awareness, strength. But it had also taken time, peace, sleep. If he acted now, the anger would not disappear. It would simply take a new shape. He would be tied to Daniel forever by this moment, replaying it again and again. His phone buzzed softly. A message from Daniel appeared on the screen. Short, careful, almost polite. Daniel asked if Adam had time to talk. The timing felt unreal. Adam stared at the words, feeling a strange calm settle over him. This was not part of the plan, yet it felt important. They met in a quiet cafe near the office, a place where no one paid much attention. Daniel arrived first, his posture tense despite his calm face. When Adam sat down, neither spoke for a long moment. The silence carried more weight than words. Daniel spoke first. He did not apologize. He did not admit guilt. Instead, he explained himself again, slower this time. Spoke about fear, about pressure, about the need to act before being left behind. He said he believed Adam would recover, that Adam was strong enough to start again. In his mind, the damage was acceptable. Adam listened carefully. As Daniel talked, Adam saw the truth clearly. Daniel was not cruel. He was afraid. Afraid of losing, afraid of being forgotten, afraid of being ordinary. That fear had guided every choice he made. Understanding this did not excuse the betrayal, but it changed how Adam saw it. Daniel was not powerful. He was desperate. Daniel finished speaking and waited. Adam looked at him and felt the anger soften into something colder and sharper. He told Daniel he knew everything. He did not raise his voice. He did not threaten. He simply stated the facts. Daniel's face drained of color. His hands tightened around his cup. For the first time, the confidence broke completely. Daniel asked what Adam wanted.